What is going on, guys? Brandon over here at Geek Talk. We have some Thor Love and Thunder to discuss with you today. There is a huge 68% drop off in its second weekend domestically, and we're going to check this article and check it out and see what they're saying. Thor Love and Thunder continues to reign atop the domestic weekend box office despite a 68% drop. You got to love how they just you focus on the positives, right? Focus on the positives. Reigns atop the domestic weekend. Well, we're going to see who they're competing against. Despite a 68% drop from its opening weekend, Thor Love and Thunder once again won the domestic weekend box office with $46 million in ticket sales. As reported by Variety, that $46 million puts it domestically at $232 million and globally at $497.9 million. While those are obviously impressive numbers, Thor Love and Thunder's 68% drop was one of the biggest second weekend declines in MCU history and follows Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, 67% drop. For comparison, Eternals fell 61 and Shang-Chi fell 52. Now, these percentages could be skewed because if you look at the grand scheme of things, how much these movies have made, there could be quite a difference. Shang-Chi, I believe, made around $350 million. The drop-off's not going to be that huge because it didn't bring in a lot overall. So I mean, you could play with these numbers and kind of try to compare them, but that's what they're doing in this article. But I don't feel like that's a fair comparison. But if you want to look at Thor, Doctor Strange, yeah, they're going to be similar. There was a lot of hype. There's a few movies in Phase 4 people were looking forward to: Spider-Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy. There are movies. Black Widow, you could have said, but that flopped pretty fucking hard. Well, can you call them flops? No, they are making money. You look at something like Star Wars, something that's not very well received in the fandom, especially The Last Jedi. Did it make money? Yes, it made a lot of money. But is it pulling the money in that Marvel and Star Wars and Lucasfilm and Disney are hoping for? No. You look at Spider-Man No Way Home, almost a $2 billion movie. And it is hard to compare Thor and Doctor Strange to those movies or to Spider-Man, but there was still hype behind a Doctor Strange and a Thor. There was an audience there. But with the current state of Phase 4 in Marvel, with all their identity politics, their lack of storytelling, them appeasing the far crazy woke Twitter mobs, these numbers are going to continue to be glaring. And I would like to think it's all about money. I think like a company, what do they care about? Making money. But at this point, it's hard to say that with Marvel and Star Wars because they're already there. How much do they care about it? They just want to appease the mob. That's all they care about. So these numbers for Phase 4 can continue to drop. You look at the television shows, nobody's interested. You look at Miss Marvel, you look at WandaVision, you look at Loki, you look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Nobody's interested in these trash-ass shows and movies. Everybody is just dying for good stories. And this is my segue. If you're interested in a good story, go check out ISOM #1, Eric July's Rippaverse. This is new comic book. It is his first comic book, and it's already broke 2.5 million. If you're not familiar with it, I'll put the link down in the description. You should go check it out. Rippaverse.com. Go support. This is going to be game changing. If we want to put the pressure on these companies to demand good storytelling, demand good movies, to get these agendas and these politics out of our movies, we need to go support. We need to go somewhere else. And who knows, maybe they'll learn. Who cares though? Go support your independent creators. It's about time we see somebody actually trying to make change, starting to do their own thing. And this is huge with Eric July. Somebody who deserves our support. Is the story going to be good? Who knows? Who knows? But from what we've heard of Eric July and what we know of Eric July, probably. So go support, man. Go give it a shot. It's called The Rippaverse. It's at rippaverse.com. ISOM Volume 1. It's his first book. Go check it out. That is going to be game-changing. Now we have right here the movies that Thor's competing with. Some big bangers. We got Minions, The Rise of Gru, and Crawdads Sing. Some bangers, man. Some bangers. Now, when we go back to the top of this article, they're talking about continues its reign. Well, I sure as shit hope they continue their reign because look at who they're competing against. Then we have Top Gun Maverick that took 4th place with $12 million in its 8th weekend. We look at something like Top Gun and see, I'm not a huge fan of the first Top Gun, but I respect it as a cult classic. I know there's an audience around it. But to expect it to compete with movies like the Star Wars, Last Jedi, and Avengers, that is absolutely insane. I never would have said that. I would never would have even imagined it competing with that. But you look at it, from what I've heard, I haven't watched it, but I know from trusted sources that have seen the movie, Top Gun sticks to its source material and it focuses on good storytelling. No politics, no agenda, nothing. All it does is tell a good story. And that's what people are asking for. That's all we're asking for. Not this MCU shit, not this whatever they want, whatever they're doing with Marvel and Star Wars. Not this. You look at Lord of the Rings, not that. They're spitting on the lore, and they're just taking these, I've said this thousands of times, they're taking these IPs and abusing them. They know there's an audience there. They know that people are going to come in, and they just do whatever the fuck they want. They push their agenda. But they will continue to see with these numbers that people aren't interested in it. And when you see an independent comic like Isom, Ripperverse, Eric July's shit, and you see the numbers it's putting out, you can tell that people are there and people want stories. People want to escape. It's that word escapism. People want that. People are in dire need of just a good story. And every time we see that with the Northman, we see it with Top Gun. I mean, it's hard to pick some. We see it with The Last Kingdom. Popular films and television shows, Peaky Blinders, Stranger Things. All you got to do is tell a good story. It's not a hard demand. It's not a hard demand, but I don't know if we'll ever get back to the glory days, I should say. I think the glory days are long gone. And so, you know what? We got Isom. We got Ripperverse to look forward to. That's what it's about, man. Go support your independent creators. Quit giving these lazy studios, these lazy corporations your money. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Go do something else with it. But hey, Marvel's going to learn. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. Comment, let me know your thoughts on this big 68% drop. And if you're interested in future content, please subscribe. Like always, guys, love yourself. Try to love everybody. Deuces.